All right, you heard the name Mr. Corbell there. You were name dropped. There he is. Let's bring in UFO documentary filmmaker Jeremy Corbell. This is your specialty. You've been working on this for years now. Thank you for being with us today on such a big day. This is for you. And can we say the UFO community?
Absolutely, the UFO community, yeah.
Okay, so what is the biggest revelation you think from today's hearings?
First of all, UFOs are not a matter of belief. That's a data-poor perspective, and this is a data-rich environment. So if you look at it this way, every day human knowledge expands, and that's what we're seeing today. Today was this landmark moment. It was a moment a lot of people were asking for, and representative government came forward and offered this. It's the first time in 50 years that we've had open congressional hearings on the subject of UFOs. And not only that, today, there was a pressure that was put on our intelligence agencies and our Department of Defense to fess up about what they know. And what they know is that UFOs are real, that they're physical objects, that they are advanced craft, that they outpace, outmaneuver, and outperform any of our war technology. So they showed new footage today, actually. They showed new footage. So that is a symbol or a sign of UFO transparency. We're living in a different world. We're now living in a world, your children are going to grow up, and the UFO mystery, the scientific community is going to look at this. Today showed that the American people want the truth and that our representative government is fighting for us. They're going to bat.
So there was both open testimony, then there was behind-the-scenes classified testimony. Let's put up on the screen this. Today's testimony revealed some 400 unexplained incidents, 11 of them serious enough to be categorized as near misses, where military aircraft just barely bruised past UFOs without colliding. The Pentagon has not ruled out the possibility that these incidents could be connected to extraterrestrial life. That's quite something.
Right. And so you mentioned, and it's really interesting, the closed testimony. So because this is a national security issue, because we have machines of unknown origin with extreme capability, we've ruled out that it's our black technology, our dark secret technology. And additionally, it's ruled out to a high degree that this is any other technological nation that we know of. So that is a national security issue. If we don't know who's operating these craft, who made them, where are they from, and then also what the intent is. So the closed door briefing, that's where the things that would highly hopeful that this is the beginning, this is the start. There will be, mark my words, there will be more open congressional briefings, and they will bring in people who directly engaged these UFOs for the United States military, possibly even fired upon them.
Well, we're putting it out there on the
in people who directly engaged these UFOs for the United States military, possibly even fired upon them.
All right, Shalom. This is Harold 1 by Yasha Allah of the Lions Den Camp. I want to say Kal Halayim, La Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Harakak Kwadash, Ma'amah. Double honor to the elder apostles of GMS and the elders. Shalom to you, Akim, and Akwatim and children that believe in sincerity and truth around the four corners of the earth. It's going to be a quick lesson dealing with these UAPs again, of what we know as the chariots of the Most High. And you see the look on this guy's face in the middle. You know, he made this expression on his face right here because he had just mentioned that the chariot sightings that they have shown at the congressional UAP meeting a few days ago was only a portion of what they really have. He said they had a classified and a declassified congressional hearing. So we saw the declassified and not the classified. So they still hiding information, man. And I believe beyond that, they don't just know that there's chariots out, UFOs out there. They know that is the chariots of the Lord. All right, just my personal opinion. You know, there's a mass of them that don't know, and there's a mass of them that do. All right, so let's get a couple precepts. I'm gonna be talking kind of low, so I'm gonna wake up my child. But this is Job chapter 5, verse 12, because a few points this guy made. I think his name Jeremy. I had the guy in the middle. Yeah, he put out a lot of videos dealing with the chariots, man. All right, so what points did he make? He made one point. He said, this is knowledge increasing. This is a sign that knowledge is increasing. He said the chariots are what he called UFOs. The chariots are a sign that there's more to come. So let's get this real quick. This is Job 5 and 12. He disappointeth the devices of the crafty. All right. What's that craftiness go back to? Being able to create technology or crafty with their hands, man. He disappointed the devices of the crafty. And we know their devices, you know, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. And part of their hands are these agents that are trying to bring about this new world order. They're all working together. All right, and their power is on the left-hand side, that they won't be able to perform their enterprise. Job 5 and 12. Let me get that real quick. If my phone will let me. All right. This is Job 5 and 12. All right, so he disappointed the devices. Every know devices means machines, their intentions, their plans, man, their thoughts, their inventions, and their machines. Ain't that something? So the Lord's going to disappoint all the devices, all the machines that they're coming up with, technology, New World Order. This is what, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise, basically anything. Support, ability, help, undertaking, understanding. So they're not going to be able to do anything that they're undertaking. Abiding success, so they're not going to be successful. All right. It says here, so the Lord's going to stop them so that their hands cannot perform basically anything, all right, anything that they're planning. He taketh the wise in their own craftiness, all right, and that craftiness goes back to, like this guy said, he said their dark technology, all right, stratagem, subtlety, shrewdness. And technology goes back to the word, or goes back to witchcraft. All right, so he taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the froward is carried headlong. So they have their little meetings in secret, classified, and they have the declassified meetings out in the open. But all the real stuff that they're hiding in the real videos And the proof that the chariots are out there, they're hiding it under the guise of classification, being classified. All right, but the Lord said what? He's going to take the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the froward is carried headlong. All right, so now let's keep going. This is let me get this real quick, because he made a few points, man. Habakkuk 2 said what? At the end it shall speak. So the prophecies are speaking. Yep, he said this is a sign that knowledge has increased. This is Daniel chapter 12, verse 3. And they that be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament. And that's coming. The elect are going to shine and glow. And they that turn many to righteousness as the stars forever and ever. You know. But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book. So Daniel was told to put a seal on the book, and later that seal was opened by Yahushua. All right. It says, seal the book, shut up the words, and seal the book, even to the time of the end. And we're at the end now. It says what? When many shall run to and fro. That's what they're doing. You got all kind of aircrafts and planes and jets and speed rails and Amtrak private jets, you know, to and fro, right? That's what the Lord was telling us. He was saying not during the time of Revelations, John the Revelator, but in the future, you know, when people running to and fro. And also what? And knowledge shall be increased. All right. So through their technology, you know, all right, their knowledge has increased through their. Esau has always come up with ways to get information through robbing, stealing, and killing different nations, taking their books. They built the Library of Alexandria off of books they were stolen from other countries, and they were moving around on ships, going to and fro. And then they set up the Catholic Church, where they set up the Jesuits that was sitting there in what they would call the confessionals, and everybody from around the world would come in there and confess, and they got all the information from that. And then today they have what? Their technology. All right, so that's their dark technology that this guy was talking about. He said, yeah, our dark technology. It's like, what the, you know? So dark meaning wicked. And he said it's a sign that knowledge has increased, and they're going to be bringing out more information about the UAPs, unidentified aerial phenomena, which are the chariots of the Lord. All right. Let me get this real quick. This is that's right. They meet in their little secret meetings and have and they have classified and declassified, you know. But the Lord is still giving out the truth to the elect. Obadiah 1 and 6, and they're not going to be able to hide it. They're not going to be able to hide the Lord. All right? They're not going to be able to hide the truth about the Lord. Especially when Revelations 1 and 7 says, every eye shall see him. All right? Obadiah 1 and 6, How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? All right. So his hidden things are sought up. Everything they hide in the secret, classified, well, it's being sought up and being put out in the forefront. All right. And the Lord is shining a light upon all their darkness. And also the Lord is what? He's exposing all the wickedness and the weak points of this nation to the other nations. And he said it was a sign. It was like a sign. Well, he said the UAPs are a sign of more information coming out. All right. And that something big is about to happen. Matthew 24 and 30. It says here, and then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. And that's when Yahweh Shai is going to show up in the midst of the missiles being dropped. And then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. All right, so that's going to be the sign. So the chariots are a sign. They're a sign of our deliverance. He said, when you see part of these signs pass, which I told you before, then look up, because your salvation is nearer than when you first believed. All right, and that sign we're looking for is the MOTB and these missiles. That's the return of Yahushua. And he shall send his angels with the great sound of a trumpet. So he's going to send his angels out. And Yahushua is going to be in a giant chariot. And he's going to send his angels out in chariots to gather up the elect. And that's when you get Psalms 91. And they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. And that's what those chariots are going to do. All right, they're set up to gather up the elect of Israel and also bring destruction to the wicked. This is Proverbs 4 and 19. The way of the wicked is as darkness. That's why he said their technology, their dark technology that they have. Right, because all their ways is nothing but darkness. All right, and the signs that we're looking for the chariots is for our deliverance. But the Lord said, to what end is it for you? Talking about these heathens in 2/3. All right. But it says what? The way of the wicked is as darkness. So all their technology, their classifications, all this madness, it's all darkness, man. They know not at what they stumble, thinking they can go to war with the Lord. Revelations 12, where it says going to be war in heaven. And they basically going to fail utterly, fighting against the Lord. All right. So they try to hide it, but the Lord is exposing them. This is 2nd Ezra 16 and 61. I think it's 62. Yeah, right here. He made man and put. That's right. I'm gonna go from verse 62. And yea, and the Spirit of the Almighty, which made all things, and searcheth out all hidden things in the secrets of the earth. All right, so all the secrets, the Lord searches out all of that. That's why he said, how are the hidden things of Esau searched out? Why? Because the Spirit of the Almighty, which made all things, searcheth out all hidden things in the secrets of the earth. Surely he knoweth right? Surely he know of your inventions, their devices, right? Their inventions and everything they got planned, and what ye think in your hearts, man. You know, so that's their devices, their inventions, and what they conjuring up in their mind. Even them that sin and would hide their sin. You know, it says, therefore hath the Lord exactly searched out all your works, and he will put you all to shame. So the Lord gonna put all these nations to shame when them chariots show up. When them chariots are really revealed and they start getting busy, they're gonna put Esau's technology to shame in these other nations. And when your sins are brought forth, ye shall be ashamed before men, and your own sins shall be your accuser in that day. You know, so he said, even 2/3, they're going to have to eat the fruit of their own way. The path that they've chosen, they're going to realize it. And they're going to say within themselves, basically, that they were wrong. All right, they're not going to say it now, but they'll say it in that day when they're getting destroyed. Verse 66, what will ye do, or how will ye hide your sins before Yahweh and his angels, man? And that's what these devils want to do. They want to hide, you know, they want to hide the truth from us, and they also want to hide their ways and secrets from the Lord and from the citizens. So they have classified and declassified, and they only let us hear portions of what they're really talking about. All right, so amen. But the Lord said, what He searches them out. That's right.
No transparency. We're living in a different world. We're now living in a world, your children are going to grow up, and the UFO mystery, the scientific community is going to look at this. Today showed that the American people want the truth and that our representative government is fighting for us. They're going to bat.
So there was both open testimony, then there was behind-the-scenes classified testimony. Let's put up on the screen today's testimony.
All right, this is Isaiah 24:11. There is a crying for wine in the streets. See, the people want answers. They want to know what's going on. But he said, what? We entering a different age now, a different time, to where our children would grow up knowing the truth. And that's a fact. But not in the way he thinks. That they're going to grow up in America and all this madness. No, hopefully, Yahweh Ratazar, our children will grow up in the kingdom. And he said, what? There you go. This is go to New Testament. This is Hebrews 8:11. And they shall not teach. This is Hebrews 8:10. For this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days. So, right? Saith the Lord, I will put my laws in their inward part, in their mind, and write them in their hearts. And I will be to them a God, and they shall be to me a people. So, all right, so the Lord going to make us perfect, all of our nation of Israel, ultimately in the kingdom. And they shall not teach every man his neighbor. So we're not going to have to teach each other. All right. And every man his brother, saying, know ye the Lord, for all shall know me, from the least to the greatest. All right. So all Israel going to be born, whether into the kingdom as the first fruits, or born as children. And they're going to be born knowing about the Lord. You know, their household is going to be superheroes, man. Angelic. and righteous. You know? So that's what these chariots are bringing. It says, what, 400 unexplained incidences. And it's a cry for answers in the streets, man. Everybody want answers. It says, what, 11 categorized as near misses. Can't rule out extraterrestrial life. Extraterrestrial means something from outer space. All right, something from outside the earth. The terrain. All right, so they say it's a mystery, man. All right. All right, I'm going to end here, Mark 4:11. And he said unto them, unto you it is given to know the mystery of the kingdom of Yahweh, but unto them that are without, all these things are done in parables, man. So even to this day, things are done in a mystery, and the people can't understand it. All right, so that's why he said that. He said, yeah, this is like a sign. This is like a mystery. You know. So with that, I'm gonna end it there and say, Shalom. They can't hide the truth. They can't hide it. But they try to all right, this is what, you know, we got the whole classified secrets. Well, this is Luke 8:17. For nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest. All right, so it's gonna be brought forth, man, brought out in the open. Neither anything hid that shall not be known and come abroad. Whew. All right, man, today say Shalom.